Hello and welcome. Today you will learn English with a beautiful motivational story. This story is for beginners. The words are simple and easy to understand. Listen carefully and follow along with the subtitles. Let's begin. There was a young man named Leo. Leo lived in a small town. He worked in a coffee shop. Every day he served coffee to many people. He smiled at everyone. He was kind and helpful. He was a good worker. His boss liked him. The customers liked him. Everyone liked Leo. But Leo had a dream. Leo wanted to become a painter. He loved to paint pictures of nature. He painted trees, rivers, and mountains. He painted birds and flowers. He painted the sunrise and the sunset. He painted the ocean and the sky. Painting made him happy. Painting made him feel alive. But there was a problem. Leo was afraid. He was afraid to show his paintings to other people. He thought his paintings were not good enough. He thought people would laugh at him. He thought people would say bad things about his art. So Leo kept his paintings hidden in his closet. Every night, he would open the closet and look at his paintings. He would touch them gently. He would dream of becoming a famous painter. He would imagine people looking at his paintings with admiration. He would imagine selling his paintings in a beautiful gallery. But in the morning, he would close the closet and go to work. This went on for many years. Leo worked at the coffee shop. He served coffee. He cleaned tables. He took orders. He smiled at customers. But inside, he was not happy. Inside, he felt empty. He felt like something was missing. One rainy afternoon, an old woman came into the coffee shop. She had gray hair and a kind smile. Her eyes were warm and wise. She wore a blue coat and carried a red umbrella. She walked slowly but with confidence. She sat at a small table near the window. She looked outside at the rain. She seemed peaceful and calm. Leo brought her a cup of hot tea. He placed it gently on the table. "Thank you, young man," she said with a warm voice. Her voice was soft and gentle. "You're welcome," Leo replied. He turned to walk away. But the woman looked at Leo carefully. She studied his face. She noticed the sadness in his eyes. "You look sad," she said. "What is wrong?" Leo was surprised. Nobody had ever asked him that question before. He stopped walking. He turned around. He looked at the woman. Something about her made him feel safe. He sat down at her table. "I have a dream," he said quietly, "but I am too afraid to follow it." The woman smiled. Her smile was kind and understanding. "Tell me about your dream," she said. Leo hesitated at first. He had never told anyone about his dream before, but something about this woman made him feel comfortable. So he began to speak. "I want to be a painter," he said. "I love to paint. I paint every night after work. I have many paintings. They are hidden in my closet. Nobody has ever seen them." Leo continued. He told her about his fear. He told her about his insecurities. He told her about the closet full of paintings that nobody had ever seen. The woman listened patiently. She did not interrupt. She did not judge. She just listened. When Leo finished, she said, "I want to tell you a story." Leo nodded. He was curious. "Many years ago," she began, "I wanted to learn how to play the piano. I loved the sound of the piano. It made my heart feel happy. Every time I heard piano music, I felt peaceful and calm. But I was afraid. I thought I was too old. I thought I would never learn. I thought I would make too many mistakes. So I did nothing. I just listened to other people play and felt sad." She paused and took a sip of her tea. Leo waited patiently. Then one day, I met a piano teacher. She was a kind woman with a gentle smile. I told her about my fear. I told her I was too old. I told her I was not good enough. She looked at me and said something I never forgot. The woman looked at Leo directly. Her eyes were full of wisdom. She said, "You don't have to play perfectly. You just have to start. One note at a time. One step at a time." The woman smiled at Leo. "So I started," she continued. "I played one note, just one note, then another note, then a few more. I made many mistakes. I played wrong notes. I played out of rhythm. But I didn't stop. Every day, I practiced a little more. Some days I practiced for 5 minutes. Some days I practiced for an hour. But every day, I practiced. And now, I can play beautiful music. I can play for my grandchildren. I can play for my friends. I can play for myself." Leo listened carefully. He felt something change inside his heart. "It is the same with your paintings," she continued. "You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Show one painting to one person. Then show another painting to another person. One step at a time. You don't have to become famous overnight. You just have to take the first step." Leo thought about her words. He felt something shift inside him. For the first time in many years, he felt hope. "But what if people don't like my paintings?" he asked. His voice was full of fear. The woman smiled gently. "Some people will like them. Some people will not. That is okay. Not everyone likes the same thing. The most important thing is that you try. The most important thing is that you don't give up. If one person does not like your work, that does not mean your work is bad. It just means that person has different taste. Keep going. Keep creating. Keep sharing." Leo looked at the woman. She had such wisdom in her eyes. He felt like she understood him completely. "How do you know all of this?" he asked. She laughed softly. "I am old, my friend. I have lived many years. I have made many mistakes. I have been afraid many times. I have failed many times. But I have also learned that fear is just a feeling. It cannot stop you unless you let it. Fear is like a cloud. It passes. It does not last forever. But courage is like the sun. It is always there, even when we cannot see it." Leo felt inspired. He felt brave. He felt like he could do anything. That night, Leo went home. He opened his closet. He looked at his paintings. For the first time, he did not feel afraid. He felt brave. He felt excited. He took one painting out of the closet. It was a painting of a beautiful sunset over the mountains. The colors were orange, red, and gold. The sky was full of vibrant colors. The mountains were dark and strong. It was his favorite painting. The next day, he brought the painting to the coffee shop. He placed it on the wall near the window. His heart was beating fast. His hands were sweating. He felt nervous and excited at the same time. His boss looked at the painting. "Wow, Leo, did you paint this?" His boss was surprised. He had never seen Leo's art before. Leo felt nervous. His hands were shaking. "Yes," he said quietly. His boss smiled. "It is beautiful. You are very talented. Why didn't you tell me you were an artist?" Leo felt happy. His heart was full of joy. He could not stop smiling. "Thank you," he said. "I was afraid." "Afraid of what?" his boss asked. "Afraid that people would not like my work," Leo answered. His boss laughed gently. "Leo, you are a great artist. Never be afraid to share your gift with the world." Later that day, a customer saw the painting. She was a woman in her 40s with kind eyes. "Who painted this?" she asked. Leo walked over to her. "I did," he said. His voice was still a little nervous. The customer looked at him with surprise. "It's wonderful. The colors are so vibrant. The mountains look so real. Do you have more paintings?" "Yes," Leo said. "I have many. I have been painting for years." "Would you like to sell them?" she asked. I own a small art gallery in the city. I would love to show your paintings there. I think people would really appreciate your work." Leo could not believe his ears. His dream was coming true. He felt like he was dreaming. "Are you serious?" he asked. "I am very serious," the woman said with a smile. "Your work is beautiful. People will love it." But Leo was still nervous. "I don't know if I'm ready," he said. "What if nobody comes? What if nobody buys anything?" The woman gave him a kind look. "You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. One painting at a time." Leo remembered the old woman's words. He smiled. "Yes," he said. "I will do it. I will show my paintings." Weeks passed. Leo worked hard. He painted every day after work. He painted more sunsets. He painted more mountains. He painted rivers and forests. He painted the ocean and the sky. He improved his skills. He experimented with colors. He experimented with techniques. He became a better painter. He showed his paintings to more people. He showed them to his co-workers. He showed them to his friends. He showed them to customers at the coffee shop. Some people loved them. Some people did not. But Leo did not stop. He kept going. He kept sharing. He kept creating. One evening, a large crowd gathered at the art gallery. Leo's paintings were on the walls. There were paintings of sunsets and sunrises. There were paintings of mountains and rivers. There were paintings of forests and oceans. Each painting was beautiful in its own way. People walked through the gallery. They looked at the paintings with admiration. They pointed at the colors. They talked about the beauty of nature. They asked questions about the artist. "How did he paint such beautiful colors?" one person asked. "Look at the detail in the mountains," another person said. "These paintings make me feel peaceful," someone else said. Leo stood in the corner of the room. He felt nervous. He felt excited. He felt proud. He could not believe his dream was coming true. And there, in the corner of the room, stood the old woman. She was wearing her blue coat. She was smiling at Leo. She gave him a thumbs up. Her eyes were full of pride. Leo walked over to her. "Thank you," he said. "Thank you for your words. You changed my life. I would still be hiding my paintings if it weren't for you." The woman hugged him gently. "I did not change your life," she said. "You changed it yourself. You took the first step. You were brave. You faced your fear. That was all you." Leo felt tears in his eyes. "I was so afraid for so long," he said. "I wasted so many years." The woman looked at him kindly. "You did not waste years," she said. "You learned. You grew. You prepared yourself for this moment. Everything happens at the right time." From that day on, Leo never hid his paintings again. He continued to paint. He continued to share his art with the world. He faced his fears and found his courage. He realized that fear was just a feeling. It could not stop him unless he let it. Leo sold many paintings that night. People bought his art. They took it home. They placed it on their walls. They looked at it every day. Leo was happy. His dream had come true. But more importantly, Leo learned a very important lesson that year. He learned that the biggest obstacle in life is not failure. It is not lack of talent. It is not lack of resources. It is fear. Fear stops us from even trying. Fear makes us give up before we begin. Fear makes us hide our gifts from the world. But if we take just one step, and then another step, and then another, we can achieve anything. We can overcome any fear. We can reach any dream. It all starts with one step. And now, dear learner, I want you to remember this story. Maybe you are learning English. Maybe you are afraid. Maybe you think you are not good enough. Maybe you think you will never learn. Maybe you think you make too many mistakes. But remember, Leo. Remember the old woman. Remember her words. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. One word at a time. One sentence at a time. One day at a time. Every word you learn brings you closer to fluency. Every sentence you practice makes you stronger. Every day you study, you become better. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start. Take care. Subscribe and comment.